Hey guys, Lord here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the DC Multiverse Knightfall Azrael Batman. Brought to us by the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys, who will remain fine folks despite the fact that this is just a repaint of a figure we've already looked at on the channel. But dang it all if it's not a really good repaint, because this is what we should have got in the first place. Kind of reminds me of another toy company, Azrael. So, yeah, this is, of course, the infamous, impossibly hard to find, gold label Azrael Batman from Walmart from, I want to say, 2022 or 2023. Don't quote me on that, but it's somewhere around there. Heck, I don't even think I met my girlfriend when that figure came out. But at any rate, this guy was very hard to find. So the fact that they said screw it, reissued it with a better paint job, and just made it readily available is pretty cool. Unfortunate thing is, he sold out because it was sought after before. He's going to be sought after again. So if you missed out on the pre-order, good luck finding him in the store. He seems to be popping up, but not around me. Then again, there's a lot of crap that doesn't pop up around me, so take that for what you will. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get to the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Azbat has to offer in terms of accessories. Very much. It's a collectible trading card. Buy on the back. There you go. Of course, he comes with the hockey puck display stand we're used to seeing with all McFarlane Toys releases. Wants to stay stuck in his foot. And here he is. I mean, again, we looked at this figure, but it's been a while. It's been a while, so we'll do it again. Do it again, do it again, do it again. Really like the colors. This cape is a softer plastic this time around. I don't know if it's got the red on the inside, but it is what it is. This piece on mine anyways feels like it could be popped down a little more. Maybe I should heat that and push it down. But this piece is also softer, so you can move the arms around a little bit more. And the legs are a much darker gray compared to the light gray of the original. And then of course there's the incredibly dark, like midnight blue he's got going on, instead of that baby blue, sky blue color scheme the original had. I didn't mind the gold and the silver. I think the torso was probably the best part. It was just the blue, and the gray was a little too light. This guy fixes all that, so that's cool. But as far as his articulation goes, his head is on a double ball peg. You can look up and down, rotate side to side. That's all fine and dandy. His shoulders can pop out to the side like that. Very nice clicky ratchets there. Pop that back in. He can rotate up and down there. He's got that beautiful butterfly rotator cap. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow. That works pretty good. It's supposed to be? Yeah, it is. It's got this chunk on the front. I wasn't sure if that's how that was supposed to be or not. He's got ball hinge wrists, but you're mostly just going to get the hinge out of it. The swivel's pretty hard to use, but it's there. You can get it in the hand and then the arm itself. Diaphragm joint is not bad. He can lean forward, he can lean back, he can tilt side to side. It is not the tightest thing ever, I will say that, but it's not the loosest. He's got this waist twist as well. He can lean back and forth and tilt. Very fluid torso articulation for a McFarlane figure. Anyways, hips will kick out, back down, forward and back. He's even got a little thigh cut in there. It does actually move out, not just in. Double jointed knee. Ball hinge ankle that will rotate, hinge, and pivot, which is nice. And then he's got a toe joint. And of course the peg hole is the bottom of the feet. So very, very cool. I actually got a second one of these coming because my Azrael Batman, was it from Night Quest or Night's End, or whatever you call it there, where you had the red armor. He had two of the same ankle piece, so I'm going to swap the legs out and have full legs, which will be freaking awesome. So I am stoked. But yeah, I love this figure. It's one of my favorite sculpts from this line. I put it right up there with Scarecrow and Bane and trying to think what else. Some of the Dark Knight's metal stuff maybe. But yeah, love this figure. Always have, always will. I don't know if it's like top 10 DC Multiverse or top 10 figures in general of the year material, because it is just a repaint. But if you don't have the other ones, I could definitely see this landing in those lists for some people. So with that being said, it is time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here's good old Azbats alongside the previous Walmart exclusive version, which again has the lighter blues, the lighter grays. Again, I don't mind the silver and the gold as much, but the blue and the gray were definitely a lot brighter than they probably should have been. But on top of that, we also have a Batman utilizing the Knightfall body buck. This is the red platinum, is it Golden Age, Bronze Age Batman we took a look at the other day. And I did do a head swap with the Knightfall Batman to give him the longer ears. Let me know in the comments, but it feels like his neck's a bit long. Maybe the head sits a bit too high, but I could just be tripping because I'm particular about that sort of thing. Just because when the head does sit too high, it looks incredibly goofy. But at any rate, he's got a wired cape, and wouldn't it have been something if this Azbat was a collector edition with wired cape, fist hands, because we got the fist hands with the winged Azbats, and then a Jean-Paul Valley head. I don't know about you, but I would have paid the collector edition tax for that. But at any rate, getting these two out of the way, so we can bring in our two regulars. We got the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulith, who is dropping his staff as part of the course for these videos. Then we have the infamous 11 Spawn, who is about neck and neck with old Azbats here, so that's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, he is wearing armor. I would hope he's a little bit bigger than the average guy. But at any rate, I think it is time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and in case you missed out on the Walmart exclusive versions of good old Azbats here, then this is a definite must-have and a total no-brainer. This is hands down one of the best sculpts from the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line, just across the board. It's in my top 5, if I had to guess, along with the Bane Megafig and Scarecrow, to name a couple, and stands the test of time, in my opinion. Sure, it would have been nice to have some fist hands, and a wired cape, and even an unmasked Jean-Paul Valley head, but for what it's worth, the original versions didn't have those either, and unless they made this guy a collector edition, which I would have paid that tax, as I mentioned earlier, they would have cost the same and came without the same, so it's not really that big a deal. It just sucks that these figures are like 27, 28 bucks now, and come with the same amount of crap they would have came with for 20 bucks. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.